during my last sentence, I was over crime, right? For the reason that I'd been a junkie at the bottom that would steal your handbag and steal your laptop out of the car, as small as you can get, to a good-looking, muscly drug dealer with chains and cars coming out my ass, right? I've done it. So, and the last sentence was like just under 6 years, 5 years, 10 months, whatever, for that. So I sat there in my last sentence and I thought, look, I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not gonna play the same game over and over. Like, I'm 31 years old, 36 now. This is 5 years ago. I'm 31 years old. I've given away my teenage years. My entire 20s was in prison. I ended up doing 13 years in prison. 13 years all up, boys' homes and prison, over the course of 17 years. So I missed everything. Anyone that I could have become, anything that I could have done up until that point was thrown in the bin. And I said to myself, like, what do I do from here? Do I get out and I be a cool drug dealer again? Like, oh yeah, mad, I'll just do that all again. And it's like, what's there to do? So I thought, fuck it, that's it. I'm going to live my life now. You know what I mean? I had a kid by then who, my son was born while I was in prison. I got out, he was already in primary school, missed all of that. I thought, that's it, bro. You know, I'm moving on. There's more to Anthony. There's more to Spanian than I fuck with in prison. So did I know what I was going to do? No, I didn't. But I knew what I was not going to do. I'll tell you this one thing. Since 2002, I remember I was 16 in Baxter Juvenile Detention Center. I started rapping, bro. I started writing verses, lad, you know what I mean? And I used to admire Bone Thugs and Wu-Tang when I was young. And, you know, I'd try to write like fast, like Crazy Bone, my favorite rapper ever, but write with the intelligence of Inspector Deck, top 3 favorite rappers ever. And back then in Australia, up until very recently, rapping was for fucking idiots. Rapping is something a fucking idiot does. Jail, boys' homes. If you're rapping, if you go to one of the boys and you start saying, yeah, bro, this and that, you know, blah, blah, they're like, bro, shut the fuck up, 50 Cent, you're an idiot. Like, are you a spinner? Are you normal? Do you need medication? Like, rapping ain't cool. So rapping was a secret thing that I done from 2002 to 2015, 16, whatever. I noticed around 2016, 17, coincidentally, when I got out my last time and didn't want to do crime, I noticed that Aussie hip-hop was a thing amongst the younger generations. And I was already, God, stacks of raps like this, but I'm OG at rapping, lad, you know what I mean? So I started putting out raps. I thought I'm not going to know what I'm doing out here, but I'll get my brother to hold a mobile phone and I'll chuck it into iMovie and I'll chop it up and I'll upload some shit rap to YouTube. And it worked.